Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. Thank you, God, for another day of life. Thank you, God, for waking us up this morning, giving us breath in our lungs. I'm here because of God, and to God be the glory. Gonna review my trades from yesterday and today. Yesterday was a red day, today's a green day. I'm now transitioning back to focusing all my time on momentum during the day. I noticed that working on both futures and momentum was splitting my bandwidth in half. And with the momentum, you really got to be like super focused. And because opportunities come and go, you just got to have like all your attention in there. um yeah, guys, so I want to review my trades, go over what I did well, what I didn't do good, what I could have improved on. um yeah, so this was yesterday, OLB. um we had the breakout, pullback, got in the middle of the pullback. Looks like I had missed a big move up. We didn't really have a support created on the 5-minute. We just had a doji candle. It didn't even wait for confirmation. So this was an impulse. Um, this was breakout no signal impulse. I mean, what I would have liked to see is multiple candles confirming a level of support, and then a switch back to the buyers taking hold of so we would have liked to seen multiple levels of support being tapped here and then buyers taking over again. It looks like I got in while sellers were still. This could have been a signal potentially, but like for a quick scalp, 10-cent scalp, what is this, 0.94 to 0.98, so not even a 4-cent scalp. Yeah, we had really no signal in the 5-minute. I mean, this is where buyers took control over again. So we had huge volume buying here, pullback. This would have been a much better place to get in with a stop down here. This is a sign that buyers have regained control because of how much volume that is here and the move over all the EMAs. So I'm reading a book by Andrew Aziz. He talks about his day's trading strategies. I'm starting to focus on catching the shift from sellers to buyers. So what we like to see is we get the breakout, pullback, creating a level of support confirmed by the 5-minute, well, the 5-minute and the 1-minute, and that's where my stops will be. And then we want to see large volume move reclaiming the EMAs with our first target profit at VWAP, and then if it gets through there, our second target profit at the high pre-market. So the thing to watch out for here is we really need volume to support the move and a trend candle that breaks through the EMAs. Next, GVH made a few bucks. Got in at the top of a breakout. Got in, took some profits on the way up, broke out, then got out at break even, quickly rejected. This was just a breakout, no signal. Lost some money here. So we had the breakout, pullback, got in. So we had the opening bell. It reclaimed. I got in at the top of that breakout on the 5-minute. Should have waited for the pullback here. Would have had a much better entry. So this was a breakout, no signal. What? So, I mean, what I'm working on is just being a lot more disciplined. So we have that opening bell breakout. So opening bell breakouts like to fail slash catch liquidity. So I'm getting better at being patient at the opening bell and waiting for a pullback to hold the level of support. So on the 5 minute, you can see here, we have a stop. And that's really the most important thing here, is having a clear level of support with a stop. So we're waiting for the pullback to confirm a clear level of support on the 5 minute chart. And then get in with confirmation. So here would have gotten in right here. This would have been my entry. We see the pullback, super long wick. We have support 0.65, 0.82. We're looking for a move back up here, which we got after, after a long while, no lie. But I got in and then quickly got rejected. That's because it's opening bell breakout. It closed at its high, which I liked, got in. We were still battling here. And so I'm getting better at waiting in the midst of this battle and not getting in, because look, quickly just went down and then um, quickly went down, jumped down on the opening bell. We need to really be patient at the opening bell and wait for. We need to wait for the battle to play out without investing our own money, and then catch pullbacks or breakouts. And this was opening bell. Next, made some on LRHC. So we had the breakout here, deep pullback. I wanted to see a reclaim. So this was opening bell, reclaim of the EMAs. Quickly jumped up, quickly get out. So that's my sign that I'm all out. So we had the breakout. I waited for the pullback, which was good. Got in as it was reclaiming, but then it still decided to battle in the opening bell. So this is another one of those times where we really got to see a breakout out of this zone in order to make this justifiable. We need to wait for a true breakout from the zone and then a pullback to confirm. This was, I don't know, it was a breakout. I got in the middle of a breakout. Yeah, this was breakout, no signal. This was this morning. Yeah, breakout, no signal. Next, made some. This was opening bell. We had the flush. A lot going on to the left, which I don't like to see. That was my first error. So much going on to the left. That's already a red flag. We've got range up here. We've just got so much resistance, and I identified it. I decided to get in. So we saw that it flushed. I saw a reclaim of EMA, which was good. So this worked. It just couldn't go up any higher. And we get out as soon as we see this happen right here. If we're trying to make new highs and we get instantly rejected, that's when we're all out. So in this case, did I have a stop? Yes, this was my stop. So I saw a double bottom. This was good. So I was patient at the opening bell, saw that it flushed, created a double bottom, and then off of that double bottom, so this was a double bottom on the 1 minute. I got in, really I got in because we had such high volume, increasing volume, closed at the top, and then quickly got out. So I managed this trade well. Um, so in momentum, you got to be very attentive. So every trade needs to be managed to a T, because you're getting new signals in each and every second. You got to manage it. Um, yes, I did wait for pullback on opening bell plus a level of support, which was my stop. Um, this was patience. So the reason I think this didn't work is because of how much resistance there is here. Um, just got to be more mindful of like the amount of resistance. Be more mindful of what's going on to the left of this. So much resistance, it got rejected fast and then flushed. So I got out at a good time. This was momentum. This was a pullback with signal. My signal here was a clear level of support created by the 5 minute. Um, And what I'm learning here is that 1 minute signals aren't to be trusted. 5 minute signals are where the decisions are made. And then 1 minute to confirm it, not 1 minute where the signal is made 5 minutes to confirm it. Next, lost a good bit of money. I got in at the top of a breakout here on Renex. And I shouldn't have been trading this stock in this first place. So I'm no longer trading like sub 0.50 cent stocks. A lot of manipulation here. This thing went, took stops, got down here, and then quickly jumped up. Um, I didn't really have a support level. I just got in at the top, and it took stops out. This was a breakout trade, no signal. Yeah, so it broke out. I saw that it had pulled back a little bit. I was hoping the pullback was so low that that's what I used as my signal, but this was just a clear indecision doji, and it could have gone either way. So I didn't have, this was not a system. This was I got in at the breakout with no clear level of support established on the 5 minute. I used here. I used a 1 minute signal, which was this. I see a breakout. I saw that this had pulled back on low volume, so that was kind of a signal candle on the 1 minute, and then I got destroyed here. Like I didn't even have time for my stop to work. I mean, and I was about to stay longer, but then I got out here. I was gonna stay longer, and then it went down even more. I mean, like this may have been a signal, but like who knows? Like this move up happened so rapidly. What from point two, so 20 cent move, the 2 cent move. That's a 10% move. Yeah, this was a breakout. No signal. Next, made a few bucks. Got in quickly, got out. What was this? This was just a breakout trade. It was moving up, got in, got out, breakout, no signal. And then, so we had a pullback here. Um, we had a pullback. I noticed that we were holding a level of support right here. So I got in, got out, but then it quickly came down after. And like, let's see what happened after that. Oh, that's the 1 minute. Yeah, it looks like this continued to go down. This was what, 10:47. There was no system here. This was just trying to catch a falling knife. No system at all. There's no signal, no rhyme or reason on this. Um, no, this was a deep pullback, no signal. Yeah, I can't even tell you why I got in here. We dropped largely, and then we were continuing to go down. I mean, I quickly got a swing up. I used a signal on the 1 minute to get in. I see here that we had a big hammer doji that was touching VWAP, but I was using a 1 minute signal instead of a 5 minute signal. So I need to stop. I need to stop using 1 minute as my entry reason, and instead use 5 minute signals as my reasoning, with 1 minute as my confirmation, not the other way around. Yeah, guys. So my win rate today was actually pretty high. 80% up from 33%. And I think that, so my win rate goes up a lot when I'm just like really focused on catching moves. Um, I noticed that, so I took 5 trades, and I only followed the rule in 1 out of 5. Because I kept going in on breakouts with no signal, or a deep pullback, no signal. Why? Why am I going in without signal? Because I'm using the 1 minute instead of the 5 minute as my signal. Instead, I should be using the 5 minute as my signal for entry, and then 1 minute as confirmation. So to reinforce the rule of today is use 5 minute signal as entry and 5 minute support as stop. I must have a clear support level on 5 minute or stop level predefined before entry. That's something I practiced today, is having my stop loss in before entry, which does few things. It protects you obviously, but it also gives you like a jumping platform to know that there are buyers that are holding down a certain level on the 5 minute, which is really important. All right, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your day. If you learned anything, momentum trading does require complete focus. Managing each and every trade is very important. Because you're getting so many like new, so much new information at once that and you must manage it. Have a clear support level on the 5 minute before getting in, and also, um, breakout trades at the top of the range tend to get stopped out. We need a breakout to occur, then pull back after the breakout in order to get in. All right, guys. Hope you have a good day. Bye.